Hello everyone, welcome to my online classroom, and today in this video we are going to discuss about the flowchart of class 9th Eco chapter 3rd Poverty as a Challenge. So let's see what are the important topics we have to read under this main heading of your flowchart. So here first of all we have introduction, next we have what is poverty, the poverty line, and this from this one mark questions are coming. Next we have methodology of poverty estimation and the human approach. Next, what is meant by social exclusion, variation in the poverty line and vulnerable groups, poverty estimates or poverty trends. Next, industry disparities. After that, we have causes of poverty. So these all are the causes of the poverty. After that, some anti-poverty measures or poverty alleviation programs which were introduced by the government to reduce the poverty in our country. Next, we have main features of National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, which is also known as NREGA. In short form, sometimes it is coming NREGA. So according to that, you have to write down the features of this National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, and on the name of Mahatma Gandhi, now it is known as the Mahatma National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. It is known as MNREGA. After this, some important questions we are going to discuss, which is related to this chapter. So let's start. First of all, we have the heading introduction. So of course, in the introduction, in this chapter, we will study about poverty, its definition, the poverty line, vulnerable groups coming under the poverty group, causes of poverty, and the measures to remove it. So all these things we are going to read in this chapter. After that, next heading we have what is poverty. So of course, first of all, we have to know what is the correct meaning of poverty. So in simple words, we can understand like poverty may be defined as the inability to secure the basic minimum requirements of food, शेल्टर एंड क्लोथिंग एक्सेट्रा. तो हम एकदम सीधे और सिंपल वर्ड्स में कह सकते हैं कि पॉवर्टी वो कंडीशन है इंसान की जब जो बेसिक जो मिनिमम रिक्वायरमेंट्स होती है लाइफ, जैसे फूड, क्लोथ और शेल्टर, यहाँ तक कि जो मेडिसिन होती हैं, अगर कोई इंसान ये सब चीजें अपने परिवार को या अपने आप को नहीं दे पा रहा है तो वो किस लाइन के नीचे आ रहा है? वो आ रहा है पॉवर्टी में, ठीक है, गरीबी में आ रहा है वो. इसके बाद पॉवर्टी लाइन क्या होती है? तो द पॉवर्टी लाइन इज अ लाइन ऑफ मेजरमेंट टू जज द इंटेंसिटी ऑफ पॉवर्टी प्रिवेलिंग अमंग डिफरेंट क्लासेस ऑफ द पीपल. In 1999 to 2000, the poverty line in the rural areas was fixed at rupees 328 per capita per month, and in urban areas, it was rupees 454. People earning more than this amount were considered above the poverty line, and earning less than this amount were considered as living below the poverty line. So basically poverty line एक तरह का measurement होती है जिससे हम पता कर सकते हैं कि कितने लोग जो हैं वो poverty में आ रहे हैं, मतलब गरीब हैं और कितने नहीं है. और ये स्टेट टाउन टू टाउन और आप एरिया वाइज देखो तो ये अलग अलग होता है. गाँव के इलाकों में अलग होता है, रूरल एरियाज में, और शहरों के इलाकों में अलग होता है. तो पर्सन की इनकम के अकॉर्डिंग के पॉवर्टी लाइन ये पता करते हैं कि कितने लोग जो है वो गरीबी रेखा के नीचे हैं और कितने नहीं है. इसके बाद देखिए कुछ हमें मेथड्स पता करने हैं. पॉवर्टी एस्टिमेशन आप कैसे पता करोगे और किस तरह से, व्हाट आर द मेथोडोलॉजी ऑफ पॉवर्टी एस्टिमेशन एंड द ह्यूमन अप्रोच. सो अंडर बेसिकली द ट्रेडिशनल मेथड्स ऑफ पॉवर्टी एस्टिमेशन मेनली रिवॉल्व अराउंड द इकोनॉमिक फैक्टर्स व्हिच वाज बेस्ड ऑन टू अप्रोचेस. तो अगर हमें पता करना है पॉवर्टी के बारे में तो हम बेसिकली कैसे पता करते हैं? या तो हम इकोनॉमिक कली ज्यादा पता करते हैं कि उस इंसान के पास पैसे हैं कि नहीं. तो द फर्स्ट अप्रोच वाज टू नो हाउ मच इनकम इज अर्न एंड यूज बाय द फैमिली. तो सबसे पहली चीज हम ये पता करेंगे कि उस परिवार ने कितनी इनकम कमाई है और कितना उनका खर्चा है या नहीं है. द सेकंड अप्रोच वाज एज टू हाउ एक्सपेंडिचर इज इनकर्ड बाय ए फैमिली ऑन वेरियस आइटम्स. तो इसके साथ ही ये भी पता करना है, पहले में हम पता करेंगे कितना पैसा उन्होंने कमाया, और सेकंड में ये पता करना है कि उन्होंने जो जितना भी पैसा है वो किस तरह से किस आइटम में ज्यादा खर्च किया गया है. तो इसी तरह से वेरियस डायमेंशंस होते हैं जो पॉवर्टी को पता करते हैं. इसके बाद नेक्स्ट है व्हाट इज मीन बाय सोशल एक्सक्लूजन. तो ब्रॉडली इट इज अ प्रोसेस थ्रू व्हिच सम पीपल आर एक्सक्लूडेड फ्रॉम सर्टेन बेनिफिट्स एंड अपॉर्चुनिटी दैट अदर्स एंजॉय. तो बेसिकली सोशल एक्सक्लूजन में सोसाइटी के वो मेंबर्स आते हैं मे बी ड्यू टू एनी डिस्क्रिमिनेशन, ठीक है, किसी भेदभाव की वजह से उन्हें सोसाइटी की जो बेसिक नीड्स हैं, जो भी बेसिक फैसिलिटीज हैं वो उपयोग करने का अधिकार नहीं होता. शायद कास्टिज्म, मेनली इसमें कास्टिज्म वाला सिस्टम होता है. तो कास्ट के वजह से जब वो अपनी बेसिक फैसिलिटीज जो भी पब्लिकली उनको दी जाती हैं वो इस्तेमाल नहीं कर पाते, जिस वजह से वो धीरे धीरे गरीब बनते जाते हैं. तो उसको बोलते हैं सोशल एक्सक्लूजन. इसके बाद नेक्स्ट है आपका नेक्स्ट हेडिंग वेरिएशन इन द पॉवर्टी लाइन एंड वल्नरेबल ग्रुप्स. अगर वल्नरेबल ग्रुप्स की बात करें तो हाँ, देयर इज अ ग्रेट वेरिएशन इन द पॉवर्टी लाइन एज फार एज द डिफरेंट इकोनॉमिक ग्रुप्स are concerned. For example, the most vulnerable groups are the urban casual laborers and the rural agricultural laborers. 50% of the urban casual laborers and 47% of the rural agricultural laborers come under the poverty line. Even sometimes on the basis of age, physical fitness and gender of a person plays a dominant factor in affecting the poverty line. Children, aged persons, handicapped persons, women, particularly widows, often come below the poverty line. Generally, women, children, especially the girl child, and elder people are regarded as the poorest of the poor because they are systematically denied equal access to resource available to the family. So vulnerable groups, especially आपके जो से handicapped लोग हो गए, widows हो गई, और भी जैसे बच्चे हो गए, किसी फैमिली में अगर हेड ऑफ द फैमिली नहीं है ड्यू टू एनी एक्सीडेंट, तो इसकी वजह से या तो उनको उस हिसाब से काम नहीं मिलता जितना कि दूसरे कैपेबल लोगों को मिल जाता है. तो इस वजह से धीरे धीरे जो उनकी अर्निंग होती है वो कम होती जाती है, और ये रीजन होता है इस वजह से वो किस में आ जाते हैं, वो पॉवर्टी में आ जाते हैं. मे बी ड्यू टू एनी नेचुरल डिजास्टर की, सपोज वो आज बहुत अमीर थे मगर ड्यू टू एनी नेचुरल डिजास्टर वो कल क्या हो गए, गरीब हो गए. तो इस तरह के जो लोग गरीब हो जाते हैं तो वो किस में आते हैं, वो आते हैं वल्नरेबल ग्रुप्स में. इसके बाद हमारी नेक्स्ट हेडिंग है पॉवर्टी एस्टिमेट्स और पॉवर्टी ट्रेंड्स. So in this heading we are going to read about that what is the correct ratio. So the number of poor remained stable in the earlier 2 decades. With strenuous efforts, there was a decline in the number of the poor to about 260 million in 1999 to 2000. Next we have interstate disparities. So as per the states of the India, we have the different poverty ratio. In some states we have very high poverty regions we have, and in some states they are known as the high poverty regions, or some even we are going to read about the global poverty trends also. So first we have very high poverty regions. So according to this report, the very high regions of India are the following: southern Bihar, southwestern Madhya Pradesh, southern Odisha, southern Uttar Pradesh. Next, we have high poverty regions, which is coming under the interstate disparities. So here, the high poverty regions with a rural poverty ratio between 41 and 60 are northern and central Bihar, central and eastern Uttar Pradesh, Himalayan and eastern West Bengal, coastal and northern Odisha, southern Rajasthan, hilly and western plain regions of Assam, and all parts of the other northeastern states. Central, southern and Chhattisgarh region of Madhya Pradesh, Sikkim. So these are the areas where we have found high poverty regions. They are the high poverty regions. After that, next we have the causes of poverty. So what are the causes of the poverty? First of all, unabated population growth. If we are going to see the population growth, of course, due to high population, the people, they are not getting work, and according to their capability. So when income is not good, so of course the people are not be able to fulfill their basic requirements. So this is the main reason, main causes of poverty. One of the main causes of poverty in our country is the continuous population growth. So इतनी ज्यादा population बढ़ती जा रही है जिसकी वजह से लोगों को काम नहीं मिलता, और काम मिलता भी तो उनकी इतनी इनकम नहीं होती कि वो इतनी अच्छी इनकम नहीं होती कि वो बहुत अच्छे से अपनी नीड्स को फुलफिल कर सकें. All the progress made by us is neutralized by the alarming rise of population. So population एक ऐसा रीजन है जिसकी वजह से और भी काफी सारी प्रॉब्लम्स जो है कंट्रीज को फेस करनी पड़ती है. सेकंड, वी हैव द कॉजेज ऑफ पॉवर्टी. इट इज इलिटरेसी. So illiteracy is also another important cause of poverty in our country. Because of their illiteracy, the peasants in the villages and workers in the towns are cheated by everybody, and they roam about as a man in the wilderness. So due to illiteracy क्या होता है, लोगों को जब वो काम भी करते हैं तो उनको क्योंकि उन्हें पैसे काउंट करने नहीं आते, तो उस बात का फायदा उठाया जाता है और उनको बहुत ही कम पैसे दिए जाते हैं उनके काम के हिसाब से. कभी कभी जो उनकी जो जमीन होती है वो भी हड़प ली जाती है. तो इस तरह से क्या होता है, एक इलिटरेसी भी रीजन बन जाती है पॉवर्टी के लिए. Third, we have big disparity in the ownership of land holdings in the rural areas. So, in India, despite the various land reforms, there is still a great disparity in the ownership of land. अगर हम ownership देखें land में, तो आज भी आप देखोगे कि जो गरीब हैं, जो लोग हैं, उनके पास कम piece of land होता है, और जो थोड़े अमीर लोग हैं उनके पास ज्यादा piece बड़े-बड़े farms होते हैं, बड़े-बड़े lands होते हैं. तो some farmers still hold big farms, whether in their own name or in the name of their family members. But there are many others whose land holdings are very small, and they get smaller and smaller with every new generation. When they are further divided among growing heirs, thus these land holdings become quite uneconomic day by day, and their owners became poorer day by day. So now next we have unemployment. So unemployment is another cause of poverty. Those who remain unemployed for one reason or the other, both in the rural and the urban areas, are forced to lead the life of want and hunger. Next, we have the widening inequalities of income. So, of course, the income is also be different. As a result of unequal distribution of the means of production, money has been concentrating in fewer hands, thus rendering a majority of the people poor. Next, we have slow growth of employment opportunities. So, of course, three types of occupations the people follow throughout the world: primary sector, secondary sector, and tertiary sector. So, especially in the secondary and tertiary sector, if you're going to see in the field of industries and in the field of the service, so there's a slow growth of the employment opportunities, because lack of the employment opportunity, people are unable to get the job, and that is the main reason behind of the poverty. Next, we have the social factor. So, the social factor is as much responsible for the poverty in India as is the economic sector. Spending too much on marriage and other social and religious functions render the people poor. So these are the main causes of the poverty which we have discussed. Next, we have the anti-poverty measures or poverty alleviation programs which were introduced by the government to reduce the poverty in our country. So under these, first of all, we have Swan Jayanti Gram Swarojgar Yojana, which is in short form we can say SGSY. So sometimes questions coming in the exam from this, as well as the causes of poverty. Many of the times they ask, and from the social exclusion, the vulnerable groups, they ask 1 mark questions. After that, this question will become for 3 marks, causes of poverty, and here also the question will become for 5 or 3 marks that gives some anti-poverty measures. So you can see 5 headings are be given. Even this National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, it is also a sub-heading under this poverty alleviation program. So first of all, Swan Jayanti Gram Swarojgar Yojana. Under this program, the families living below the poverty line in the rural areas, including small and marginal farmers, agricultural laborers, and rural artisans, are provided assets and appropriate skills for self-employment so that these families may generate additional income and raise themselves above the poverty line. So in this, under this heading, you have to write these important lines. Next, we have Jawahar Gram Samriddhi Yojana, in short form JGSY, and under this, the objective of this program is to generate gainful employment for the employed and underemployed men and women in the rural areas. For creating more opportunities of employment in the rural areas, community and social assets are created, such as soil conservation works, minor irrigation works, renovation of village wells, rural roads, dispensary, school, market, yard, bus stand, panchayat ghar, etc. So these all are the work given to the people, those who live in the village, and under that they are going to earn their income. Next, we have the Prime Minister Rozgar Yojana, which is also known as PMRY, and these schemes have been started for the welfare of the educated unemployed in urban areas. All types of help and opportunities are provided to give self-employment to the educated employed in urban areas. Next, we have Swan Jayanti Shahri Rozgar Yojana. Under these schemes have greatly helped and benefited the educated unemployed, especially in the age group of 18 to 35. Youth belonging to weaker sections of the society are given priority. Next, we have the Employment Assurance Scheme, which is also known as EAS, capital EAS. So, these were launched in 1999 and 2000 to 2001 respectively to create wage employment to families below poverty line and to improve the quality of life in the rural areas. Next, it is given the main features of the National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, which is also known as MNREGA, and this act was passed in the year 2005. So its main motive, first of all, this act was passed in September 2005, and its main motive to reduce poverty directly or indirectly in India. And now the main features are, this act provides, first of all, 100 days assured employment. So underline this 100 days, you have to remember every time this 100 days are very important. So this act provides 100 days assured employment every year to every rural household in 200 chosen districts in the beginning. तो जब ये एक्ट इंट्रोड्यूस हुआ तो उसका मेन मोटिव यही था कि किस तरह से पॉवर्टी को कम किया जाए देश से, चाहे वो सीधे और डायरेक्टली हो, चाहे वो इनडायरेक्टली हो. और इन्होंने रूरल एरियाज में ज्यादा इनका मोटिव था कि किस तरह से गरीबों को कम किया जाए. इस एक्ट के अकॉर्डिंगली 100 डेज का एक साल में गारंटी वर्क देते हैं लोगों को. और जब ये स्टार्ट हुआ था तो 200 डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स में स्टार्ट हुआ था 2005 में सितंबर में. इसके बाद धीरे धीरे और भी डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स और भी एरियाज में स्प्रेड हुआ और इस बाद में 600 डिस्ट्रिक्ट का केस पूरा का पूरा एक्सटेंड हुआ। इवन इसमें जो 1/3 सीट्स होती हैं, 1/3 जो जॉब होती हैं वो रिजर्व होती है वीमेंस के लिए, ताकि उनको काम मिल सके। और इन द केस अगर गवर्नमेंट फेल होती है उन्हें काम देने में, तो वो उनको वर्क अलाउंस, जो भी उनका वर्क अलाउंस होता है, सपोज 100 डेज में से 70 डेज तो काम मिला और बाकी 30 डेज उनको काम मिला, तो वो 30 डेज का जो वर्क अलाउंस है, उनका पैसा है, वो उनको दे दिया जाता है। तो इसके अंदर जैसे रोड कंस्ट्रक्शन हो गए, कुछ भी बिल्डिंग्स का कंस्ट्रक्शन, हॉस्पिटल्स है, तो इस तरह के जो काम होते हैं वो गरीबों को दिए जाते हैं यहाँ पे। और उससे पहले उनका रजिस्ट्रेशन होता है कि हाँ दे आर द नीडी वंस और नॉट, they want to do work or not, so that depends. So these are the basic conditions. After that we have this is the whole flowchart we have discussed right now, and now we are going to discuss the important questions. So first of all, it is how the poverty line is measured in India, what are the criteria to measure poverty line in India. Next we have described the different causes of poverty in India, what are the different causes, what are the different reasons behind of the poverty in India. Next we have who is the poorest of the poor, especially the casual laborers, they are not getting proper wages. Describe briefly the interstate disparity in poverty in India, that in some areas there are the places where we found the people, those who are very poor. And next we have mentioned 2 steps taken by the government to alleviate poverty in rural areas. So here you can write Manrega, also you can write any one out of this. So all these things are very important and related to this. The questions are coming in exam. So thank you everyone, and please like, share and subscribe this channel for more updates.